am working
Give me
on
your
something
scribers.
that will
A link
knock
to the
your
past.
boots off.
Quest accepted. A link to the past.
Zeata says, my calculations place the confluence point next to that telescope over there. Ruby Observer says, another pleasant evening of gazing into the heavens, searching for clues to our future. Ruby Observer says, wow, wait a minute, what's that? Is it getting closer? Ruby Observer says, gah. Get away, you filthy pest. Ruby Observer says, no, not the lens. Come back here. Ruby Observer says, oh no. What are we going to do now?
Is depleted.
Answer is depleted.
Razna the War Ender is being empowered by the Dream Surge.
I think I'll just go dump. Oh, so I brought it to the wrong one, I guess. Okay.
Warp drive active.
The
Unfortunate for
secrets
them,
of the
but
past
perhaps an opportunity for
fuel
us.
the discoveries of the future.
A
There
window
is
into the future.
most likely
Those lenses are a wondrous integration of technology and arcane
technological
artifice.
solution.
I'm sure we could learn much, and maybe even upgrade my own invention. But first we'll need to find it. You're a dragon rider, right? Can you fly up and recover the lens? It's possible the Dread Squalls still have it in one of their nests. Search Dread Squalls' nests to recover the lens.
Trust
Quest accepted.
science.
A window into the future.
It will
Mission
never
requested.
let you
Docking
down.
request accepted.
Oh.
You receive loot, Dread Squall eggshell fragment. You receive loot, iridescent plume. You receive loot, maybe meat. You receive loot, Dream Surge coalescence. You receive loot, sizable feather. You receive loot, resilient leather. You receive loot, Dream Surge coalescence. You receive loot, long-toed talon. You receive loot, torn resilient leather scraps 2. Forgotten Griffin is being empowered by the Dream Surge.
Warp drive active.
You receive loot, Dread Squall eggshell fragment. Turgoris is being empowered by the Dream Surge. You receive loot, Long-toed Talonx 2. You receive loot, Sizable Feather. You receive loot, Dream Surge Coalescence. You receive loot, Curious Hide Scraps. You receive loot, Resilient Leather X2. You receive loot, Torn Resilient Leather Scraps.
Some artisan's metal has coalesced from your new knowledge.
You receive item, Artisan's Metal X5. You receive currency, Dragon Isle Skinning Knowledge X1. You receive loot, Resilient Leather.
Warp drive active.
You receive loot, Dread Squall eggshell fragment. You receive loot, Telescope lens.
Docking permission requested.
You receive
Docking
loot, Long-toed
request
Talons.
accepted.
You receive loot, Resilient Leather.
Oh.
Did you recover the lens?
At
Skycat.live.
home
Success.
in the Azorothian
I knew you were the right person.
archives.
Naroban in the office. Perhaps there is more to investigate, but I need time to go over our findings here first. Our colleague, Naroban, the one arcane projecting himself into the headquarters, should be ready for your assistance by now. He's got his own office at the academy in Thaldraszus that he tends to squirrel himself away in. I'm positive he'll be there. Mostly because he never leaves it. Speak with Naroban at his office in Thaldraszus.
Zeata says, fascinating. It's a bit dirty but otherwise in fine shape, given how old it is. Zeata says, I'll take this back to the archives. With some research we may determine if there was any validity to their work here.
Received 56 gold, 18 silver.
Warp drive active.
There
Request accepted.
always
Roman
work
in the
to be
office.
found.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
You receive item, Dreams Urge Coalescence X4. You receive item, Dreams Urge Coalescence X3. You receive currency, Whelpling's Awakened Crest X4.
You died.
Come back for you, bitch.
Nail
Magic
idea of a gleam
energies
says,
flow through
magic
these
energies flow
ruins.
through these ruins.
Harness this energy
Harness this energy and
disperse
disperse it into a nearby crystal.
Be quick about
it, but be careful. You receive currency, Flightstone X1.
Elementals are
You receive
tearing
loot,
up one of our
arcane
dig
infused
sites.
crystals X4.
Destroy them and help us
You
save
receive
the
loot,
artifacts.
Dragon Isle's artifact. You receive loot, refreshing healing potion. Nail idea of a gleam says, elementals are tearing up one of our dig sites. Destroy them, and help us save the artifacts.
drive active.
You receive loot, tattered proto wing. You receive loot, adamant scales. You receive currency,
Docking
Flightstone is
permission
1.
requested.
You receive loot, partially damp measuring sticks 3. You receive loot, Dragon Isles artifact.
Docking request
You receive loot,
accepted.
aerated mana potion. Nirobin says, just barging right in. Not even wiping your feet off before you enter.
Are you the new
I have a
recruit?
theory,
Since you are late,
but
I
I'd
simply
love to
assumed
be
you had been
proven wrong.
living history. My name is Narobin. It is worth remembering, as I am a genius in the field of arcane code ecology. Quite an accolade, if I say so myself, and I do say so. I've spent countless hours fusing blue and bronze dragon magic to investigate history like never before. Today, you and I will experience the results of my effort. Let's start by using my instruments on a fabulously preserved goblet uncovered from the Forbidden Reach. Activate Narobin's instruments to analyze the intriguing Drakthir goblet.
Receive 2 gold, 80 silver, 90 copper.
Our
Quest
duty
accepted.
is to
Living
not
history.
only find artifacts, but to
Nirobin says,
protect them.
just a second to get everything ready for you. Nirobin says, perfect.
You've been
Go ahead and
examined.
use these tools to analyze the goblet.
We
You may
must
be
not
frightened.
only study
Try to dig deep
history's
inside of yourself
primary
for strength.
texts, but place them in the proper historical context.
Nirobin says, the compass of placement will pinpoint the location where the relic was used. Nirobin says, the specimens of inspiration will divine the purpose and context of the relic. Nirobin says, the hourglass of time will assess what era the relic is from. Nirobin says, fascinating. It's a squirrel. Nirobin says,
The
Unexpected.
Azerothian archives
But unexpected
are
is
open
the
to
lab
all.
partners with a squirrel. I have
Let
Quest
your
accepted. Lab partners
curiosity
with a squirrel.
guide you.
Nirobin says, confusing and cute, but ultimately an outcome.
So
Narobin.
much to learn. So little time.
You receive loot, fluorescent fluid. You receive currency, Dragon Isles supply is Xate.
32 mil doing nothing. Oh, and I got that Hulk or whatever. Yeah, I got like a Hulk for 7 mil. That's like a free 200 mil or something like that. It's fucking awesome. Let's see. Oh. Go back to to that one.
Warp drive active.
My tablet shut off, and that's not good. Gotta get back on.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
I guess I could bring a heal out here and fight those things.
Warp drive active.
You receive loot, chilling spider leg.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
You receive loot, scale piercing fang. You receive loot, adamant scales X2. You receive currency, flight stone isks 1. You receive loot, stored humid air 2. You receive loot, Dragon Isles artifact. You receive loot, refreshing healing potion. You receive currency, Dragon Isles supply isks 19. You receive loot, massive proto dragon claw. You receive loot, adamant scales X2. You receive loot, scale piercing fangs 3. You receive loot, shattered adamant scales X2.
You have learned a new spell, Cauterizing Flame. You have unlearned Engulfing Blaze.
You receive loot, Hardy Cloven Hoof. You receive loot, Resilient Leather X2.
Your warband's relationship with Zoradormai is now anomaly. Zoradormai. I'm glad you're here. There's been far too much chaos in the timeways lately. Reckless time travel has consequences. Now a time rift is imminent. I can almost taste it. I won't stand for this. We need to set things right. That's where you come in. Zoradormai. I'm glad you're here. There's been far too much chaos in the timeways lately. Reckless time travel has consequences. Now a time rift is imminent. I can almost taste it. I won't stand for this. We need to set things right. That's where you come in.
Warp drive
The
active.
sands flow
We
eternal.
need to close rifts. We need to fix timeways.
May
Quest
time
accepted
be
when
kind
time
to
needs
you.
mending.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alex saw the life binder.
Cataloger Alexia says, Evoker. You've got a look that says you know a thing or two about style. Trading Post Barker says, hey friend. Come check out our new items in the Trading Post. We just got a new shipment. You sold your junk for 160 gold, 55 silver, 52 copper. You repaired your armor for 29 gold, 19 silver, 45 copper.
It's so nice
Romy.
to see you.
I wish we could throw the Drakthur their own Visage Day celebration.
Take care
Identity
of
crisis.
yourself out there.
Hey skycat.live, over here. I just finished speaking with Ember Thal. I'm not sure what, but something is bothering her. She had lots of odd questions about Visage forms. Could she be ready to choose one? How exciting. I think I saw her head over to the Victorious Visage. You should check on her. I bet you could get her to spill the secret. Speak with Ember Thal in the Victorious Visage.
Good luck on your
Quest
next
accepted.
adventure.
Identity crisis.
Scalar Commander Viridia says, really?
Let us
You haven't
begin.
picked a Visage form yet. Do you still not feel ready?
We
Who
will
are you?
find our fate.
Perhaps Sindrethresh is right. Still, if I'm to pick a Visage, I should at least give it some thought. I just do not fully understand the concept of Visage forms. I have heard that Visage is supposed to be one's own expression of self. How does one discover what that is? Maybe some of the individuals here in Valdra can hold the answers. Skycat.live, I need you to gather intel. I will remain here. Report back your findings when you are finished. Speak with 9 Valdraken visitors in Valdraken.
Scalar Commander Ember Thal says, this is me.
Serve with
Quest accepted.
honor.
Who are you?
Scalar Commander Sindrethresh says, I think you may be overthinking this, Ember Thal.
We have
Lorena,
slept
I-
long enough. How fare
Talon.
you?
This hair stuff is really fun, Talon. How did I find myself? Truly, my visage feels like my realiest self. Odd, isn't it? When I first claimed my visage form, I knew immediately. I'm just able to be me. Not a soldier, not a Drakthur. Just Talon. And this hairstyle thing? It's to die for. You can change it up whenever you want, daily even.
I feel ill at
Much
ease
to
without Loretta.
discover.
I know my companion does not agree, but I find my visage form inconvenient. Scales, teeth, wings, and tail. I feel so exposed without them. I am a drag third. When I am in visage, I cannot reach anything. My truest self is who I am. Who I always present. There are advantages to a visage, but none could capture my elegance or ferocity.
In unity, find strength.
Stalbindon burst. I gave up what I must to protect those I love. Stalbindon burst. I am who I always was. My duty in life has remained the same to protect those I hold dear to me. As a means to this end, I embraced the fell. I sacrificed my eyes. My soul. I let demonic energies warp my very being, but Stalbind is still here. My family was not so understanding. They cannot see past the changes. In their eyes, their son passed long ago. They need not mourn. Can they not see I did this for them?
Warp drive active.
Dory Ravenblight. Dory Ravenblight. I barely remember who I was in life. She seems like a different person, now. This form is who I am now. I do not use the same name that I used while living. I have changed too much. I used to resent it. To be truthful, I still do. I long for my beating heart. I pine for the warmth of my blood. I hated myself. Or at least that's what I thought. I did not hate myself. I resented my inability to choose. That right was stolen from me. I still dream of who I could have been. However, I realize that holding on to what I could have been would only continue to stifle who I am. It would not be my life,
Docking
but that of a
permission
stranger.
requested.
We will have
Docking request accepted.
Netheril Swift Stream. The pack up Netheril Swift Stream. The definition of self is forever changing. If you ask me who I was before this curse, I would have said a fierce protector of my people. I would have gone to any lengths to ensure they were safe, and I went too far. Yet after hundreds of years of mindless animal instinct, the me that you see now is not the one that once existed. The years I have lost. I have found myself through the lens of humility. A druid that no longer seeks to fight, but to teach. To teach future generations the danger of arrogance. Who am I now? A worgen, and a teacher.
Warp drive active.
We've been
Ardent
walled up
Claridge.
for far
Despite
too
it,
long.
Ardent Claridge. I used to think I was only my human form. How could I see myself as some hairy mongrel? I refused to call myself a Worgen. I told myself it was nothing but a curse I never chose. But I dreamed of hunting. I could smell the freshness of the forest breeze. I could no longer deny who I became.
Let the light of the new moon guide you.
The Isles
Scale
have
Sworn Guardian.
awakened.
Are you lost, Dragthur? Scale Sworn Guardian. Are you lost, Dragthur?
Go in service.
We have
Fashion Week.
slept long
Ah,
enough.
the trial of style is upon us, Evoker. The out.
Fair
Quest accepted.
skies
Fashion
and
Week.
strong winds.
Hello.
Hide Shaper Karaz. I can instruct you in leather working. Interested?
Get
When you
some
give Baker a
rest.
bone. I had some of the most beautiful bone wrought bows, but our Baker got to them before they could be put to use. Baker loved to chew bones, whether bow or not, and now they are ruined. Can you aid me in crafting replacements? Craft 2 bone wrought crossbows for Hide Shaper Karaz in Val Draken.
May your
Quest
arrow
accepted. When
always
you give Baker
lie
a bone.
true.
Relathor the Rugged. Dense delivery. Our scales are tough, but we can always use more protection. Only the densest of hides will do for our armory challenge to gather, but perhaps one you are up to. I've seen your skills. Go and gather some hides for our stores.
Quest accepted. A dense delivery.
Trading Post Barker says, hey friend. Come check out our new items in the Trading Post.
Scale
Aspects
Sworn
watch
Guardian.
over you.
Are you...
We will not repeat our history.
You want an option for dense hide, X1001.
We have been scattered so long. Our flight has much to offer.
You want an option for Rune Bride Bark, X5.
Come see me again.
won an auction for lustrous scaled hide, X1001.
You receive item, dense hide. You receive item, dense hide X1000. You receive item, rude ripe bark X5. You receive item, lustrous scaled hide.
The
They fell path
aspects
through
have
time.
returned.
Think you're tough? I've read up on the Legion. Now they seem tough. Why don't you show me if you're tougher than them? Complete 5-time walking dungeons. A fell path through time. Quest
Victory
accepted.
in
A
all
fell path
your
through time.
battles.
You are now queued in the dungeon finder.
You create, Trailblazers toughen COIF.
Do you seek knowledge? Go in wisdom.
Goffy says, sorry, we don't sell healing potions. I can sell you vials if you want to make
My
your own
wares
healing
were
potions.
made with knowledge.
You won an auction for adamant scales,
Thank you for
X1001.
You receive item, adamant scales. You receive item, adamant scales X1000. Adventurer Rugen says, Diane is going to give me so much hassle over this.
Drake Watcher's Pantaloons has been added to your appearance collection.
You create, Trailblazers toughened ledgewares.
We will not repeat our history.
You won an auction for Draconic Combatants Adamant
Go
Power.
in wisdom.
You receive item, Draconic Combatants Adamant Cowl.
Down, shop, browse. Farewell, friend of the Grummles.
Jason Slowhands says, I feel like a blood sausage. Mystic Birded says, is this what a dream feels like?
I agree.
Lyrian Night Spear. The void is part of all of us. Lyrian Night Spear. It is a constant battle to find myself, every day. Many new Rendorii are concerned about losing themselves when they first embrace the void. And indeed, it can be a difficult task to decipher your own thoughts from the shadows. I can no more separate myself from the void than a fish from water, but I no longer fear it. Yes, it has changed me, but when I look back on my former self, I see that the void was always present. I have changed very little.
Power is to be wielded, not
A debt that must be
and
paid.
patience,
Packet
friend.
Limit, I have heard you cultivated good relations with the centaur of the Onaran Plains. I would like to ask a favor. Bane left for the plains a few days ago in search of a group of missing Tauren. I offered to accompany him, but he insisted on going alone. The Tauren of Thunder Bluff have a long and bloody history with the centaur of Kalimdor, as does Bane. While the Maru centaur are unrelated, I still have my concerns. Your presence could help smooth tensions. I hope. Find Bane in the Onaran Plains.
Call
Quest
on
accepted.
me,
A debt that
should
must be
you
paid.
have need.
Melo High Mountain says, one more thing please, watch over Bane. He was so intense about this matter. I worry for him.
Hey, attention.
Dungeon difficulty set to normal. Rilard is now the leader of your group.
Head teacher Doragosa yells, welcome to Algethar Academy. You will accept this gift.
Blintron 5000 completed.
You receive loot, paper Zeppelin kit. You receive loot, encoded message. You receive loot, goblin glider kits 2. Rilard Draw receives loot, warped metal. Rilard Draw receives loot, unstable arcane essence.
Steamy Thunderlord has left the instance group.
Mystic Birded says, I think Yak has started to move.
You are now queued in the Dungeon Finder. Mopper Komalganis has joined the instance group.
Professor Max Dormew says, please excuse the mess. It has been quite some time since students have been here. I am just putting together my lesson plan. Rilard Draw receives loot, cracked scales. You receive loot, cracked scales. You receive loot, adamant scales X3. Unruly textbook says, Chapter 5 Section 2, Ecological Impact of Gerardin Hunting Behaviors. Unruly textbook says, Chapter 4 Section 3, The Founding Principles of Thorn-Soog Evolution. Professor Max Dormew says, here we are. Long ago, members of the Blue Dragonflight accidentally overloaded an arcane elemental and created a powerful construct named Vexamus that quickly started to wreak havoc.
An arcane elemental and created a powerful construct named Vexamus that quickly started to wreak havoc.
Professor Max Dornew says, the Blue Dragons battled Vexamus fiercely, attempting to prevent it from absorbing stray arcane orbs that could allow it to grow further out of control.
Arcane orbs that could allow it to grow further out of control.
Professor Max Dornew says, Vexamus began manifesting powerful arcane bombs in order to drive back the dragons.
In order to drive back the dragons.
Professor Max Dornew says, as the dragons neared victory, Vexamus unleashed its full arcane power against them. Professor Max Dornew says, though Vexamus tried its best to defeat the dragons, it was ultimately destroyed. Well done.
Since you did so well.
Professor Max Dornew says, since you did so well on your lesson, feel free to take something from the good student's reward chest. You loot 12 gold, 77 silver, 98 copper.
Interface action failed because of an add-on.
Deathwood's Frostmane receives loot, unstable arcane essence. Deathwood's Frostmane receives loot, maybe meets 3. You receive loot, Adam scales X4. A teacher Dorigosa says, it appears some new students have trickled in after you. They seem interested in our sports field. Help them sort out clearing the place, it is in quite a state.
It is in quite a state.
You sold your junk for 2 gold, 36 silver, 3 copper. Malia says, look at this little arena, wait, what are these birds doing here? Deathwood's Frostmane receives loot, Aeriform spec. Cousin Slowhands says, I'm just a pathetic creature of meat and glue. Marlena says, clear them out. They have ruined the place. The Eagles press their assault. Deathwood's Frostmane receives loot, non-toad Talonx 2. Moproko Malganis receives loot, non-toad Talonx 2. Rilard Thrall receives loot, non-toad Talon. Rilard Thrall receives loot, Splendid Feather. Marlena says, so many birds. Help us get rid of them. More eagles begin their approach. A Begardek Area 52 receives loot, Splendid Feather. A Begardek Area 52 receives loot, non-toad Talonx 5. Rilard Thrall receives loot, non-toad Talon. Moproko Malganis receives loot, non-toad Talon. Moproko Malganis receives loot, Sizable Feather.
Alright, now we
You
need to
receive
clear
loot,
out the
non-toad
big
Talon.
one. I will activate the goals
Marlena
for
says,
Lishra.
alright.
That is
Now we need to clear out the
Talent
big one.
Toss for you soft skins.
I will activate the goals for
Use
Lishra,
them
that
to
is
get her
Talent Toss for you
attention.
soft skins. Use them to get her attention. Rilard Thrall receives loot, non-toad Talonx 2. You receive loot, Splendid Feather.
At least we know that works.
You receive loot, non-toad
Watch
Talonx 2.
yourselves.
You receive loot, Sizable Feather. You receive loot, Resilient Leather X2. You receive loot, Resilient Leather X3. You sold your junk for 5 gold, 46 silver, 78 copper.
You gained 7 gold, 82 silver, 81 copper.
Marlena says, at least we know that works. Watch yourselves. A deafening screech is heard in the distance. Deathward's Frostmane receives loot, non-toed talon. Korth begins to cast deafening screech. The pitch skulls have activated, play ball. The pitch skulls have activated, play ball. Korth begins to cast deafening screech. Renard Thrall receives loot, non-toed talon. Mokroko Malganis receives loot, Azure Belt of Competition. You loot 15 gold, 58 silver, 53 copper. Professor Mistakria says, perfect, we are just about wait, Ichistraz.
Wait!
There is too much life magic.
Ichistraz,
What are you doing?
There's too much life magic. What are you doing?
Professor Ichistraz says,
There is
me.
too much nature.
There is too much nature.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What
Professor
is that
Mistakria
thing?
says, what is that thing?
This is your fault.
This is your fault. Professor Ichistraz says,
Absolutely not.
absolutely not. Professor Mistakria
help
says,
us, new
please help us,
students."
new students. Mystic Birded says, there is nothing in all Pandaria that can stay the rampage of the Grand Expedition back. Pray you never see it. Professor Mistakria says, thank you so much for your help. Though this all could have been avoided by someone not trying too hard.
Could have been avoided by
Renard Thrall receives loot,
not
potion stained cloak.
trying too hard.
You receive loot, ancient
what an
resin.
overgrown statement.
You loot 17 gold, 26 silver, 15 copper. Professor Ichistraz says, what an overgrown statement. You loot 13 gold, 25 silver, 5 copper. Echo of Dorogosa yells, greetings, new who are you? You are not registered here. This room is only for students. Head to the registrar at once. Echo of Dorogosa yells, these are sacred halls of learning. Only those registered may access them. Echo of Dorogosa yells, learn from this. Echo of Dorogosa says, 4 marks for 4 students. Echo of Dorogosa yells, go to the corner. Echo of Dorogosa yells, learn from this.
Receipt 112 gold, 36 silver.
Moproko Malganis receives loot, final grade.
Shoulders.
Moproko Malganis receives loot, Highland Drake, single horned head.
Oh dear.
You receive currency, Flightstone is 15.
Oh, I like them actually.
You receive loot, scaled commencement spoilers.
Thank
You loot 30 gold, 67 silver, 45 copper.
Real Art Thrall has left the instance group.
Head teacher Dorogosa yells, oh dear. It seems that the parameters I wove into my out-of-office spell were a bit extreme. Thank you for all your help in getting the school ready.
Abigard Area 52 has left the instance group.
Skycat.live says, type.
You leave the group.
You had an eventful first day. It's a good thing you're accustomed to the unexpected.
Receipt 112 gold, 36 silver. Potion Stained Cloak has been added to your appearance collection.
You receive item, scaled commencement spoilers.
You are no longer queued. You are now queued in the Dungeon Finder.
Teller says, the siege on Dragonman Keep is about to begin.
Oh yeah.
You are no longer queued.
Sridormi says, Skycat.live.
I am glad you are here. We must resolve a rift in time.
Sridormi says, the creatures you see here belong to a different time wave. Sridormi says, prepare yourself. We must deal with this incursion. Then we will fix what is broken.
Fix what is broken.
You sold your junk for 62 silver 65 copper. You repaired your armor for 1 gold 52 silver 38 copper.
What brings you here?
You gained 70 gold 92 silver.
Greetings,
Soradormai. This is no time for idle chat. Soradormai. Something punched a hole between our reality and another. Normally, the time waves are neatly contained in their own perfect little dimensions. They're not supposed to get crisscrossed like this. Soradormai scrunches up her face in disgust. It is the duty of the Bronze Dragonflight to correct this. That's why we're here today.
Time reveals all.
You receive loot, bottle torrent 4. You receive loot, aqueous spec. You receive loot, Terra in spec. You loot 4 gold, 86 silver, 51 copper.
Oh.
You receive currency, Paracorsal Flakes 30.
Defend our timeline against our
Sridorni
enemies.
says, defend our timeline against our enemies.
As one.
We stand as one.
I killed them all. How did I kill them all?
You receive currency, Paracorsal Flakes 2.
Deal with the demons in our midst.
Sridorni says, deal with the demons in our midst. You receive currency, Flightstone Isks 1. You receive loot, Arcane Infused Crystals 3. You receive loot, Awakening Stone Wing. You receive loot, Dragon Isles Artifact. You receive loot, Refreshing Healing Potion. You receive currency, Flightstone Isks 12. You receive currency, Whelpling's Awakened Crests 1.
Something like drain my mana or something.
You receive currency, Paracorsal Flakes 2.
If you
Sword or
want
might.
something done,
This is no time. Sword or might.
I am
Something.
the one to
Sword
see.
or might. There seem to be.
Time is of the essence.
How can it be up, you stupid game?
You receive loot, fell pinnacle. Legion Devastator Cannon. Legion Devastator Cannon. The cannon's ventilation shaft looks like a great spot to clog with rocks. Legion Devastator Cannon. The cannon. Legion Devastator Cannon. The cannon's ventilation shaft looks like a great spot to clog with rocks or something that is equally small, like falcons. Legion Devastator Cannon. Legion Devastator Cannon. The cannon's ventilation shaft looks like a great spot to clog with rocks or something that is equally small, like falcons. Legion Devastator Cannon. The cannon's... You receive loot, fell pinnacle. Malicious
Looks like you could
looks
all
like you
use
could all
some
use some resources.
resources.
Oh, there's a saying for this: survival of the
There's a
fittest.
saying for this: survival of the fittest.
Sridorni says, in this time way, the Legion won the war of the ancients.
won the war of the ancients.
Sridorni says, demons corrupt this realm to its core. Sargeras saw his crusade of annihilation through to the end.
Crusade of annihilation through to the end.
Sridorni says, we cannot risk further exposure. Closing this rift is vital. Sridorni says, here is the source of our troubles, a fractured causality. Time to strike it down.
Time to strike it down.
Sridorni says, do not give up, champions. We are almost done. You receive currency, Paracorsal Flakes 150. You receive currency, Flightstone Isks 9. You receive item, Cache of Embers. You receive item, Dilated Eon Canister. You receive currency, Whelpling's Awakened Crests 10. You receive currency, Flightstone Isks 100.
Receive 258 gold, 63 silver.
You receive item, Suffused Cloak. An Antlered Skull. Despite, you receive item, an Antlered Skull.
Quest accepted, an antlered skull.
That looks so cool. Look at that. That's like the best graphic they've ever done, maybe. I have 120 FPS in here. That's cool. It's like a public dungeon.
Sorry,
I can aid you.
Good work out there. Take a moment and catch your breath, but keep your weapons
I will
Sword
be
Ormai.
here.
Sword Ormai. I'm glad you're here. There's been far too much chaos in the time ways lately. Reckless time travel has consequences. Now a time rift is imminent. I can almost taste it. I won't stand for this. We need to set things right. That's where you come in. Receive 313 gold, 64 silver.
You receive item, Paracorsal Cluster. You receive item, Encapsulated Destiny.
Sword Ormai gingerly raises the skull to eye level. You said you found this by a Felcorrupted Illidan. I assume this is Malfurion. And we thought their family problems in our timeline were bad.
You receive currency, Paracorsal Flake.
Ponder what we
Receive 2 gold, 80 silver, 90 copper.
You receive currency, Paracorsal Flakes 50. You receive currency, Flightstone Isks 10.
I
Sword Ormai.
protect the sands of...
You receive loot, Spoiled Feast. You receive loot, Rousing Ire E5. You receive currency, Bloody Tokens 50. You receive currency, Conquest 60. You receive currency, on Orcs 150.
Connecting.
Unknown says, Grandfather, surely you could rest and leave the cleaning of this place to someone else.
Leave the cleaning of this place to
Senegos,
someone else.
I appreciate your patience.
Allow
Skycat
an old dragon
I'm sure
a
we'll
bit
get this
of
place cleaned in no time.
nostalgia. I used to be the keeper of this place, and I was younger than you.
Senegos, I appreciate your patience. Skycat living. I'm sure we'll get this place cleaned in no time.
Glory.
$46 million, not bad. Going to move next door, and hopefully that crew is gone.
Warp drive active.
Senegos. The Veiled Ossuary is where we used to bury our dead. Us dragons live quite a long time, but old age does eventually take us all, though the aspects play by different rules. I imagine Kalikos told you he plans to put to rest the last essences of Sindragosa and Malagus. Well, we can't do that if the Veiled Ossuary is a mess, now can we?
My eyes are not what they used to be.
Shall we begin?
I am the oldest of my kind.
On the trail again. Ah, the Veiled Ossuary. I was given the task to be a sort of gravekeeper, which included keeping wildlife away from the area. I had a rather fun spell split up within several tomes kept within this place to deal with such pests. The other blue dragons did not approve of my reckless methods, so I had to keep the tomes hidden. Here, allow me to cast a spell on you to grant you the sight to find these old tomes. Once they are all gathered, we can cleanse this place of the invasive wildlife. Receive Senegos' special sight, then recover the missing tomes.
Keeper of the Ossuary completed. Received.
Senegos. I appreciate your patience, skycat.live. I'm sure we'll get this place cleaned in no time. Senegos. I appreciate your patience, skycat.live. I'm sure we'll get this place cleaned in no time.
Quest accepted. On the trail again.
Senegos says, just give me one moment. Senegos says, the spell seems to have fizzled out. I won't make you wait on this old dragon.
I won't make you wait on this old dragon. Stellagosa, could you aid our friend?
Stellagosa says, of course, grandfather, I remember it well. Whenever you're ready, skycat.live.
Friend.
Finder.
How can I
Stellagosa.
help?
It's fascinating to be standing in this place. I've heard so many stories about this area from grandfather.
Take care.
Docking permission requested.
Stellagosa says, there you go.
The trail should be
quite easy to follow now. I'll help grandfather get to the next location. Stellagosa says, thank you, my dear. Skycat.live, we'll be able to see what you see with this spell. Quite handy for extra commentary.
Quite handy for extra commentary.
Senegos says, I believe I may have put too much power into that spell to save young Kalagos from Rasarja. It's taking quite some time to recover.
Young Kalagos from Razageth. It's taking quite some time to recover.
Okay, so my graphics are horrible, and I want to find the base level. Okay, so there's lowest settings, and I got like 100 frames. Let's go to 5, which is good. Yeah, and then look, the frames are a little better. It's like definitely better. With 3 clients open, it's kind of intensive. Yeah, and then I want to do something else. I want to bump the render scale to 200 to see what it does with it. That drops some frames, but it looks good. No, I want really good graphics because it is optimized. The shadows, they could be down. Everything else should be all the way up. Yeah. Yep, and all the rest of it should, oh, ambient occlusion, SAO. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. I lost some frames now. Oh no, there's no. Oh, there's nothing. Oh, I have to go back that next door. Oh well, that's okay.
Warp drive active.
I will move the. Yeah, so do I not have tip the scales anymore, or what? So what happened here? Fire breath. What do you mean spell not learned?
You receive loot, fluorescent fluix 5.
I want to look into a damage meter. I don't know. Let's see if mixed scrolling combat stacks actually works. Maybe it will. You never know.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Wow, I came right to it.
You receive loot, Tome of Fanciful Spheres.
These ancient
Senigo
halls.
says, these ancient halls.
In the old times,
blue dragons would claim a small
would
location in
claim
the
a
ossuary where they
small
wished to have their
location
remains
in
sent.
the ossuary, where they wished to have their remains sent.
Senigo says, we used Dragonblight in Northrend as a final resting place when it was impossible to return to the Isles.
When it was impossible to return to the Isles.
I love Poke Ven. I feel so less harassed out here.
Warp drive active.
Now in here my frames go up, but out in the world they drain. Oh, ray trace shadows are on. Never mind, turn them off. That's probably what it is too. Yeah, drop all of the shadows off. And leave the there it is. That's probably what's draining all my fucking frames. It is. Ray trace shadows was draining my frames. Oh, that's much better there. That's much better. Oh, cool, new dungeon.
Warp drive active.
Dungeon difficulty set to heroic.
Okay, I'm gonna do a Legion time walking dungeon. I don't know this dungeon, so we'll see.
Docking permission requested.
Hurry up, you.
Docking request accepted.
This load is taking forever and a day for no reason. Let's go. Wow, never used to have bad loads like this. What the fuck, man? Why does his face look so weird? Anyways. You like froze. You like froze.
Warp drive active.
This froze. Just go. God damn it. You suck. Go. Play, damn it. Oh no, you're doing this thing where you're launching more than one client, are you? Oh, you bastard. It is 4:30 in the morning. I believe, actually, that I will just stop.
Dungeon difficulty set to heroic. Unknown is now the leader of your group.
Use the signal lantern to alert Lilith Unistra of your arrival. Signal lantern. Lilith Unistra says, your arrival is fortuitous. Tonight, the nobles have gathered in honor of the Grand Magistrates. A Duskwatch sentry has been alerted to your presence. Lilith Unistra says, our spies report that Miss Andy herself will attend. This presents a rare opportunity to catch her away from her source of power. An alarm has been sounded. A reinforcement has entered the fray.
We'll take a side entrance to
Lilith
the grounds.
Unistra says, we'll take a side entrance to the grounds. Too many eyes are watching the front. Lilac
This is
Unistra
your
says,
best
this is your best chance to eliminate the Grand Magistrates. Good luck.
Good luck.
A Duskwatch sentry has been alerted to your presence.
I don't know if this is the way at all. I'm gonna assume it is.
Warp drive active.
God damn it. Fucking stupid.
Verdance has died.
Cousin Slow Hands says, shame to sit on something so pretty. Mystic Birded says, got some right.
Dragomar has died. Grimber has died. You died.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Oh god. Stop. I was like, why is it so loud? It's because it was running another client. What the fuck?
Brimber Blackwater Raiders receives loot, lingering essence. Brimber Blackwater Raiders receives loot, frothing essence.
I don't know why it low crashed. The fuck was
Beartins
that?
Area 52 receives loot, elemental pebbles.
Why is the rogue aggro? Oh god. Oh.
Patrol Captain the yells, no trespassers allowed.
Verdance has died. Dragomar has died. Spiatonia has died. You died.
A job well done.
Patrol Captain the begins to cast Arcane Knockdown. Jump to remove the effect.
Well, I don't know.
Patrol Captain the yells, a job well done. Drago Bobulus says,
No.
what?
Grimber has died.
I don't know.
Beartins Area 52 receives loot, LeBloods 2. Beartins Area 52 receives loot, lingering essence. Cousin Slow Hands says, 10 years. I have faithfully brushed yak for 10 years. Beartins Area 52 says, Rogue, can you use vial? Brimber sneakily adds poison to the flask of the Solemn Night. Cousin Slow Hands says, I'm just a pathetic creature of meat and brew. Mystic Birded says, yak. Yak never changes.
No trespassers allowed!
Patrol Captain Badoo yells, no trespassers allowed. Patrol Captain Badoo yells, I need reinforcements. Patrol Captain Gadu begins to cast Arcane Knockdown. Jump to remove the effect. Beartins Area 52 says, jump. Beartins Area 52 says, jump. Patrol Captain Gadu yells, this will even the odds. Patrol Captain Gadu yells, basically done, cowards. You receive currency, Time Warped Badge X5. You receive currency, Ancient Man X5. You receive loot, Cape of the Dusk Watch. Surama citizen yells, hey, keep it down out there. We're trying to have a party.
Cape of the Dusk Watch has been added to your appearance collection.
You loot 11 gold, 90 silver, 55 copper. Surama child says, run. They have weapons. Beartins Area 52 receives loot, Frothing Essence. Surama civilian says, how did you get in here? Lilith Unistra says, watch out up here. I've heard tell of a demonic council that draws strength from one another. This bond must be broken.
This bond must be broken.
Lilith Unistra says, explore the area and find a way to separate the council members. Divided, they cannot stand against you. Brim the Blackwater Raiders receives loot, Ashen Ring. Brim the Blackwater Raiders receives loot, Congealed Fell Blood. Brim the Blackwater Raiders receives loot, Sticky Volatile Substance. You receive loot, Sticky Volatile Substance. Beartins Area 52 says, DK can use. Starlight Rose Brew. Fancy Noble runs away in terror. Wealthy Elite runs away in terror. Haughty Aristocrat runs away in terror. Wealthy Elite runs away in terror. Surama Child runs away in terror. Surama Merchant runs away in terror. Haughty Aristocrat runs away in terror. Fancy Noble runs away in terror. Surama Citizen runs away in terror. Surama Citizen runs away in terror. Fellbound Enforcer yells, the Legion will prevail. Beartins Area 52 receives loot, Sticky Volatile Substance X2.
And take a look around.
Brim the Blackwater Raiders receives loot, Sticky Volatile Substance X2. Talik Sea Flamer ETH yells, make yourself useful and take a look around. You receive loot, Sticky Volatile Substance X2. Surama Merchant runs away in terror. Fancy Noble runs away in terror. Fancy Noble runs away in terror. Wealthy Elite runs away in terror. Haughty Aristocrat runs away in terror. Wealthy Elite runs away in terror. Mystic Birded says, I am Lack Rider. And this is my lack.
Intruders are here!
Hellbound Enforcer yells, intruders are here. Sputoni Albarthulus receives
What are you
loot,
waiting
Sticky
for?
Volatile Substance.
Check out that noise.
Beartins Area 52 receives loot, Ashen Ring. Surama Child runs away in terror. Surama Child runs away in terror. Talik Sea Flamer ETH yells, what are you waiting for? Check out that noise. Beartins Area 52 says, impending doom on Beartins. Beartins Area 52 says, 3. Beartins Area 52 says, 2. Beartins Area 52 says, 1. Hellbound Enforcer yells, the Legion will prevail. Surama Merchant runs away in terror.
Have a look over there.
Talik Sea Flamer ETH yells, you. Have a look over there.
Bertens has died.
Brimba Blackwater Raiders receives loot, sticky volatile substance. Tonic Sea Flamer eats yells. Who needs henchmen? I'll burn you myself. Tonic Sea Flamer eats yells. It will amuse me to watch you melt. Tonic Sea Flamer eats yells. Mortal flesh, so pretty when it burns. Tonic Sea Flamer eats yells. My funeral pyre will be glorious. You receive currency. Time warped badge X5. You receive currency. Ancient Manic 7.
You've done well so far, but we
You
must
receive loot.
ensure
Madam
you
Chain
blend
gloves.
in at the party. I'll
You
enhance
lose
your
11 gold,
disguise,
83 silver,
infusing
90
it
copper.
with latent magic to make you appear
Lilith, the new
as one
mistress,
of the
says,
nobles.
you've done well so far, but we must ensure you blend in at the party. I'll enhance your disguise, infusing it with latent magic to make you appear as one of the nobles. Beartins Area 52 says, DBM, book. Beartins Area 52 says, DBM, female. Haughty aristocrat says, kindness. Are you joking? Take away their Arquine and they'll come crawling back on their own. Beartins Area 52 says, DBM, long sleeves. Suspicious noble says, you insult my honor, Brimba. Who exactly are you? Suspicious noble says, now, let's not be hasty, Beartins. Why don't you follow me so we can talk about this in a more private setting? Beartins Area 52 says, DBM, I found the spy. Suspicious noble says, I don't know how you found me out, but now it's time to die. Lilith, the new mistress, says, excellent. Now that we have the key, the way to the balcony should be open. It's time to put an end to Elisande. Advisor Melandros says, must you leave so soon, Grand Magistrix? Elisande says, do you expect me to waste time chattering with vapid nobles even as my enemies close in? Look there, you fool. We are not alone.
We are not alone.
Advisor Melandros says, impossible.
My guards would
My
never
guards would
permit
never
such
permit
an intrusion.
Beartins Area
Yet another
52 says,
failure,
role-playing
Melandros.
017.
Consider this your chance to
Elisande
correct
says, yet another failure,
Dispose of these
Melandros.
outsiders.
Consider this
I
your
must
chance to
return
correct
to
it.
the Nighthold.
Dispose of these outsiders. I must return to the Nighthold.
Finally.
Advisor
I'll make
Melandros
this
yells,
quick.
finally. I'll make this quick.
If
Advisor
you blink,
Melandros yells,
you
if
bleed.
you blink, you bleed.
If you
Advisor
blink,
Melandros
you
yells,
bleed.
if you blink, you bleed.
You
Advisor
can't
Melandros
counter
yells,
what you
you can't
can't
counter
see.
what you can't see.
I will
Advisor
speed
Melandros
you
yells,
towards
I will
your
speed you towards your
demise.
demise.
If you
Advisor
blink,
Melandros
you
yells,
bleed.
if you blink, you bleed. Advisor
Elisande,
Melandros yells, Elisande, forgive me. You receive currency, time warped badge X10. Beartins Area 52 receives loot, Strand of the Stars.
We
Dragana
may
Bartholus has
have
left the
missed our
instance group.
chance at the Grand Magistrix tonight,
Beartins Area
but
52
her
says,
time will come. Sooner or
Skitoli
later,
Albartholus receives
we'll
loot,
find
Arcane
another way
Defender's
to
Pants.
settle the score.
You receive currency, time warped badge X10. You receive currency, Ancient Manux 5.
Beartins Area 52 has left the instance group. Whispering Fell Flame Crystal. The crystal.
You receive loot, Whispering Fell Flame Crystal.
Quest accepted. Whispering Fell Flame Crystal.
You loot 27 gold, 19 silver, 25 copper. Lilith Unistra says, we may have missed our chance at the Grand Magistrix tonight, but her time will come. Sooner or later we'll find another way to settle the score.
Spiatonio Bartholus has left the instance group. You are already on that quest.
skycat.live says, Ty.
Your group has been disbanded.
Okay, guys, this is where I'm going to log. It is 4:30 in the morning, and I've been at it for 13 hours and 15 minutes. And it was a very good session. Played a lot of WoW and some 7 days today, and some Dungeon Board, and had a pretty good day. Tomorrow I'll get on. I will farm EvE. I'm having fun, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm gonna go to bed and get up and exercise, and then go to work. And I'll see you guys in a few hours, like 10 hours, somewhere around there. And thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you for your time. Just a reminder, you've been watching Skycat Live. I'm a full-time variety gamer. All day, every day. Put me on in the background. Click on the cast face to donate. Come to Twitch or YouTube or Facebook. And thank you so much for your time. Yeah, and I really did enjoy this, and yeah, I'm just come to Skycat. Click on the cast face to donate. Skycat.live. Just a reminder, this 13-hour and 15-minute session was recorded, and I will place it on my YouTube channel in the next hour, and begin uploading. And just gonna pop through here to channel content and remind you guys that I have a YouTube channel with everything I ever do. And yep, and hey, yep, looking good, doing well. Got 48 on that once human one. That's awesome. So anyways, yeah, and and I'm really enjoying playing these games and stuff, and I just want to thank you for being there with me, and yeah, and so I will see you tomorrow. You guys have a good night. Love you. Bye.